Hi everyone, welcome to Frema IELTS channel. If you're preparing for the IELTS speaking test and aiming for that elusive band 9, you've landed in exactly the right place. In today's video, we'll go through a full IELTS speaking mock test on one of the most common and practical topics, transportation. This topic appears frequently in all three parts of the speaking test because it allows candidates to demonstrate daily vocabulary. We have to rethink the foundations of modern society. Our approach to urban planning and the environment is simply unsustainable in the long run. We'll walk through Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3, using Band 9 sample answers, advanced vocabulary, and examiner-style pacing. Before we begin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your IELTS study partners pros. And now, let's begin today's speaking test. Now, in Part 1, I'd like to ask you some questions about yourself and your daily life. Let's start by talking about transportation. How do you usually travel on a daily basis, for example, to work or school?
On a daily basis, I usually rely on public transportation, especially buses and the metro, because they are affordable, reliable, and help me avoid traffic congestion. When necessary, I also use ride-hailing apps, particularly when I'm short on time.
Do you enjoy using public transport, or do you prefer other ways of traveling?
Yes, overall, I do enjoy using public transport because it allows me to relax, listen to music, or read while traveling. During peak hours, it can be crowded and uncomfortable, which sometimes makes commuting stressful.
Would you say that transportation in your city is convenient for most people?
In general, transportation in my city is quite convenient, especially in central areas where public transport is well developed. That said, in the suburbs, people still depend heavily on private cars due to limited transport options.
How has transportation changed compared to the past?
Transportation has changed significantly over the years. Vehicles are now faster, safer, and more environmentally friendly. In addition, technology such as navigation apps and online booking has made traveling much more efficient than in the past.
Do you prefer to be behind the wheel, or would you rather be a passenger?
I usually prefer being a passenger because it allows me to relax and avoid the stress of traffic. However, when traveling to unfamiliar places, I sometimes prefer driving myself so that I have more control and flexibility.
Now, I'm going to give you a topic. I'd like you to speak about it for 1 to 2 minutes. You'll have 1 minute to prepare. Describe a form of transportation you use often.
I'd like to talk about the metro, which is the form of transportation I use most frequently in my daily life, especially for commuting to work and attending appointments in the city center. I use the metro almost every day because it is fast, reliable, and unaffected by traffic congestion. Compared to driving, it saves a significant amount of time, particularly during rush hours. Another reason I prefer this form of transport is its environmental impact. Using public transportation helps reduce pollution and energy consumption, which I believe is extremely important in modern cities. Overall, the metro offers convenience, efficiency, and sustainability, making it the most practical choice for my daily transportation needs.
We've been talking about transportation. Now I'd like to ask you some more general questions related to this topic. What are the main transportation problems in big cities?
The main problems include traffic congestion, air pollution, and insufficient public transport in some areas. These issues not only waste time, but also negatively affect people's health and overall quality of life.
How can governments encourage people to use public transport?
Governments can encourage public transport use by improving reliability, affordability, and comfort. Investing in modern infrastructure and offering incentives such as discounted fares would also make public transport more attractive.
Do you think electric vehicles will replace traditional cars?
Yes, I believe electric vehicles will gradually replace traditional cars as technology improves and charging infrastructure becomes more widespread. This shift will play a major role in reducing environmental damage.
How do you think transportation will change in the future?
In the future, transportation will likely become smarter, cleaner, and more automated. Developments such as self-driving vehicles and improved public transport systems will make travel safer and more efficient.
Thank you. That is the end of the speaking test.